Welcome to the Nevis newscast for Monday, September 15th, 2025. I'm Donis Wilkinson Keynes. The following is a notice from the Registry of the Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court in Nevis Circuit. Notice is hereby given that Wednesday, September 17th, 2025 at 9 a.m. at the Magistrates Court at the St. Paul's Anglican Church Hall has been fixed as the date and the hour for the vetting of the jurors list of the Nevis Circuit for the 2025-2026 criminal assizes. Please note that the jurors list has been posted at all the police stations on the island of Nevis for ease of reference. Premier the Honorable Mark Brantley continues to encourage young persons in Nevis to apply for the Taiwan ICDF and Ministry of Foreign Affairs scholarships. The scholarships are offered on an annual basis.
We saw recently some 28 students from the Federation heading to Taiwan on full scholarships to study various fields of study. I would want to make the appeal publicly that our students from Nevis pay attention and seek to apply for these opportunities. And I looked at the 28 students. I believe there were only one or two who are from Nevis, and the others were from our sister island of St. Kitts. Every year I hear the complaint. They say not enough students from Nevis are applying. You know, the lottery, you're too young to play. But if there are parents in here who are playing the lottery, they always say, you can't win it unless you're in it. You can't want to win the lottery if you have not bought a ticket. And so you must apply, and at least by applying, give yourself the opportunity of a lifetime, the opportunity to travel to Taiwan, to live in Taiwan, to study in Taiwan. You come back with a degree and no student debt because your families have not had to borrow to send you there. That too is a demonstration of the power of diplomacy. You come back hopefully being proficient in a new language and having an understanding of a new culture. You come back with new friends in Taiwan and from across the world. And that, I think, ultimately is what we need. The level of people-to-people engagement, building relationships to ensure that we have ultimately a better island, a better federation, and a better world.
Premier Brantley made the call at a recent ceremony which saw 26 students in Nevis pass the test of Chinese as a foreign language computer adaptive test.
One of the fundamental reasons why we introduced Mandarin was to ensure that by the time our students got to the point where they were going off to university, if they considered to study in Taiwan, one of the things we were trying to achieve is to ensure that they were so proficient in the language that they did not need to spend that additional year in Taiwan. Some of you may not know, but when you go to study in Taiwan, the first year is spent learning the language. So we felt that if you could have years of exposure to the language here, if you could have the certification that you are competent in Mandarin, that by the time you got to Taiwan, you could say to the Taiwanese government, students from Nevis don't need to do any extra year. We come equipped. So we just want to get straight into the degree. But in order to achieve that, and in order for the pieces to come together, students, you need to apply.
Premier Brantley appealed to prospective students to take advantage of the scholarship opportunities.
It's very difficult when your parents are asked to go to the banks to borrow so that you can go and study. And when you come home after study, you know what happens? For those first 10 years, your salary is going to pay student loan. Now your friend from St. Kitts, who took the scholarship, got the scholarship, first 10 years, he's paying for his piece of land to start to build his house. So you see what I'm saying? He's ahead of you because he took an opportunity that was available whilst you did not. And I know some people say Taiwan is far. I've been there a few times. It's a long flight. But I can also tell you Taiwan is a beautiful country with mangoes and avocados and a lot of what you enjoy here. Taiwan has there as well.
Premier of Nevis, the Honorable Mark Brantley. On Thursday, September 11th, the Embassy of St. Christopher and Nevis to the Republic of China, Taiwan joined the 2025 SDG Asia exhibition, where information was shared about the 7 pillars of the Federation's Sustainable Island State Agenda: energy transition, water security, food security, sustainable industries, sustainable settlements, circular economy, and social protection. His Excellency Doña Frances St. Kitts and Nevis' ambassador to Taiwan outlined that the government of St. Kitts and Nevis is committed to transforming the country by 2040 with projects like its water desalination plant, geothermal energy exploration, a 50-kilowatt solar energy plant, waste management, smart homes, and a new smart hospital. At the ceremony, the capacity building project for the prevention and control of metabolic chronic diseases in St. Kitts and Nevis earned the 2025 Taiwan Sustainability Action Award, Asia Pacific Bronze Award under Sustainable Development Goal 3. Wang Hu Su, Director of the Humanitarian Assistance Department for Taiwan International Corporation and the Development Fund, ICDF, greeted Ambassador Francis at the booth to share the award with St. Kitts and Nevis. The collaborative project undertaken by Taiwan ICDF, Taipei Veterans General Hospital, and the government of St. Kitts and Nevis spanned July 2020 to July 2024. All are invited to the Independence 42 service of Thanksgiving, which will be hosted by the Nevis Evangelical Association, the Nevis Christian Council, and the Seventh-day Adventist Church. The service will be held at 7 p.m. on Wednesday, September 17th at the Gingerland Methodist Church. St. Kitts and Nevis will celebrate the 42nd anniversary of its independence under the theme Perpetual Progress, a Sustainable Future in View, Independence 42. Still to come, St. Kitts and Nevis launches 2025 National School Recycling Competition. The details after this break.
Is not just a beer. It's the year of our independence. Happy Independence, St. Kitts Nevis.
Welcome back. The government of St. Kitts and Nevis, in collaboration with the Taiwan International Corporation and the Development Fund, Taiwan ICDF, has launched the 2025 National School Recycling Competition. The exciting initiative brings together early childhood centers, primary and secondary schools across the Federation in friendly competition as they work towards the shared goal of protecting the environment through the collection and recycling of plastic bottles and metal cans. Judging will be based on the total and average weight collected and a 3-minute video showing the recycling process and student reflections. The contest not only encourages teamwork and the school spirit, but also promotes the importance of sustainability and environmental stewardship among the Federation's young people. Special prizes will be awarded for the best video and the highest average per student. The competition runs from September 15th to October 31st, 2025. For more information, contact the Nevis Solid Waste Management Authority at 469-1762. As part of the Federation's Independence 42 celebrations, restaurants and bars across St. Kitts and Nevis will showcase the flavors of the islands. Participating restaurants and bars in Nevis include Four Seasons Resort Nevis, Level Up Sports Bar and Grill, Buddy's Restaurant and Pizzeria, Hilltop Bar and Restaurant, Five Trees, Stella's, and Orly Beach Resort. from Saturday, September 13th to Saturday, September 20th. Enjoy reimagined dishes, local treats, and signature cocktails and mocktails inspired by the culture and the national pride of St. Kitts and Nevis. That's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, thank you for viewing. I'm Donna Wilkinson Keynes.